one side setting the standard and the other trying to climb the mountain. And we are on the cusp of dotting the I on a great clash in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start us off. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Quick pass to the left. Oh, he's got some space. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And they turn it into a defensive score.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver getting open and making the catch, but now you got to secure the football. You know there's going to be guys coming trying to rip it free. They did it. They scooped it. They scored. That's a play he's going to learn from.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. They'll corral that squib kick just inside the 15. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Buckeyes with a golden opportunity, but the key to the drill is turn it into points. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. These two Blue Bloods really didn't become rivals until Penn State joined the Big Ten in the early 90s. We really sense that Ohio State has been a bit of a measuring stick for Penn State.
I think we always talk about...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. Gonna run it. It's Martin. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Got room at the 35. Flying down the right side. Touchdown, Penn State. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Well, that one obviously not how you draw it up. It didn't start off great. Bad ball security. Ball ends up on the floor. But how about Johnny on the spot being there to not just scoop it up, but then shows you the wheels and takes it all the way to the house. An explosive play touchdown. You may never see one like that again.
He'll bring it out. It's Segal. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's Singleton. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. At the 35, he's open. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Working that left side. And he's brought down after a nice game. This is one of the great atmospheres in the sport, but this crowd demands to be entertained, and they are entertained right now.
Yeah, when you got playmakers that you can throw the ball to down the field like Ohio State does consistently every year.
There he goes. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
The Buckeyes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. To the air on first down. Out of the backfield, he's open. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The play action fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
He's got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Buckeyes! Big time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. State sends the offense back onto the field. The early scripts have work trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground, take away that run game, make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Takes the handoff. It's Martin. Got the first down and more. He's loose down the left side. The tag. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And he's not going to take the touchback. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Roberts. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Looking to throw on first down. Looking deep. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Got room on the return. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Almost everything has gone their way so far, up 21-7, and they have it back. Gonna run it. It's Martin. Turning it on. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Man, they have got a weapon in this offense right there at running back. This dude is tremendous. And you think about Franco Harris, you think about Kajana Carter, Curtis Enis, Saquon Barkley, time and time again, Penn State running backs wearing defenses down. This guy is a problem, and this defense better find a way to slow him down.
Right back to the well. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running a football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your run.
To the air, it's Washington. Good timing on the quick out. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that quarterback can go in the other direction.
We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game.
Well, he's just been so patient. He's following his blocks, running it all develop in front of him, and then bursting through. And they were only in the first half.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now the lead is even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Man, another negative play for this offense. You've had the turnovers. You're throwing in the sacks. They've got to do something better. They got to protect their quarterback, and they got to take care of the football. There's step 1 and 2.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside there, trying to beat the D deep. Makes the catch down the right side. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. They had this offense backed up. Now they have to be staggering. Can they deliver another punch on 1st and 10 from inside the 40? They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that.
Breaks into the open. Gets it past the marker. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Steps away. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Complete to the right. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Washington. He'll take a shot. And they almost came up with that pick in the end zone. What a stop that would have been. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the left. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The Nittany Lions will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Penn State! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he's going to bring this one out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense?
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The give to the back. Running to Green. Got some room to run. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
Ohio State, 14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Looking to throw on third. Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. On the run, it's Martin. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The inside handoff. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Back to pass, it's Washington. Under fire. They get to him as he throws.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Got the quick completion. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 30. Inside the... And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And the point after is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. West Virginia is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Don Nehlen, this has not been a blowout today in Morgantown. They're up by 4 over Bowling Green. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking for space. It's Martin. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Washington. Oh, they're after him. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Pulls it in down the sideline. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Penn State.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And he added the extra point. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield on first down. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarter.
There he goes. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Throws toward the end zone. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Right down the boulevard. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. At the 35, he's got room. Running through Khan and runs through another guy. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! He shed tackles right and left and housed it.
Number 25.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Now this offense is back on the field. Gives it on the option. Powers through the defender. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball, but he knew that he had a good run play called, and he knew he could leave it on. Heads-up play by the QB.
Quickly out to the tight end. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the...
Turning it on! And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Got a man. It's Miller. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice his safety and try to get more hat.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Complete to the left. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And the Buckeyes are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll move the tight end. He's looking to pass. Looking for the goal line. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Just keep slinging it. Quarterback adapting. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack. You avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down. If this defense can come up with a stop here, they will take a giant step toward winning this game. The screen, and watch out. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on third down. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Great job by the defense there on 4th down. I'll say this, QB sneaks are not a guaranteed play that you're going to get on offense. Everybody thinks it is. You dial it up, it's an automatic first. Not the case. That time, the defensive line was lower. They got more push. There was just nowhere for the quarterback to go. Great job by the D.
And this offense doesn't have much space to go backwards anymore. I ain't giving that up, man. You got to be physical. You got to find a way to get this ball out of the area of your own end zone. You don't want to flirt with the safety, and that means being physical and getting your back downhill, not going backwards.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Handoff to the single back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Trying to escape and get it himself. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble. They've got a chance to get out from their own end. 2nd and 6 from the 18. On the run, it's Harvard. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, in 2nd down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
They're going to ride this running back. Picks up the first down, still moving. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. The run from the shotgun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, the inside give. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Touchdown, Penn State! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And you're trying to get the ball to your running back in space, and really good job tossing it on the perimeter. What do you need? You need to set the edge. You got to do a good job with your offensive line. And then you need perimeter blocking out wide to hold their own. Do a good job, hold their own. Nice positive gain, nice positive toss ball.
They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Finds his man. It's Singleton. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with the first down at the 31. The Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Going to the running game. Got a little space. Breaks into the open. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved the touchdown.
This is an offense that can find multiple ways to get explosive plays, especially when they hand it off to this guy, David.
And it's so nice to have a running game you can depend on, especially when you get on the other side of the field, now set up on the 2-yard line.
And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the eye.
Takes it the other way.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Let's see what they do on 3rd down. He'll ride his man on the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And the defense did everything right against that option play. They got to the quarterback. They forced him to keep it. Not only do they create the fumble, but they jump on it behind the line of scrimmage. That is just perfect option defense.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment, because today, oof, it was not a good day.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. It's complete to the left. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. They're going to run it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Wide receiver going in motion. He'll set up to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through the end, but this is pretty much window dressing. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
59, Ohio State, 31.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. So Penn State takes down Ohio State, a couple of blue bloods, cornerstone programs in college football, and you know both sides can't wait until they meet again. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.